Okay.
Guess what?
What are you doing up at this hour?
I've been on the phone. I decided Friday night would be better for the slumber party, and I talked to all the girls.
And all those tears at the dinner table were for nothing.
Vic, don't.
Well, anyway, they can all come, and that's what I wanted to tell you. What's all this stuff you're reading?
Oh, nothing, not a thing.
You better run to bed now, honey. And I'm glad you decided to change the date.
Okay, night.
Night.
Night, Daddy.
Well, I still say we made a mistake letting her change the party. My folks would have made me invite my friends to church or there wouldn't have been any party.
Well, maybe you're right, Vic. But that isn't what it says here. Listen to this. Give your children unlimited expressions of love. Do not frustrate them in any way. Give them free opportunity to express anything they want.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what it says in the book.
Well, listen to this. Children are not to be coddled, but rather should be treated quite objectively. If they fall, let them pick themselves up. When they cry, don't cuddle them. Be consistent and unsentimental. Well, this is just the opposite from what your book says. Maybe you got an old book.
Yes, it is rather old. 1948.
Huh. Well, this one is, 1953. Did children change that much in 5 years?
Maybe it's the theories that have changed, dear.
Dad, how come you're reading so many books all of a sudden?
Huh?
How come you're reading so much?
Oh, I'm studying.
You mean you're going to school?
No, he's not going to school, but you'd better or you're going to be late.
But he said he was studying.
Never mind, run along.
Boy, how can you feed your parents? Bye.
Bye. And Vic, you better hurry. You'll be late for work.
Ethel, I think I found it.
Found what?
Listen to this. We are often misled by the degree of their physical growth into thinking that they are more competent than they really are. Though they are growing physically, they are still children inside.
Mother, see what you think of this report. I just finished it.
Ruth, are you going to school without breakfast again?
Oh, I ate hours ago, Jenny. I had to work on this. Listen. The importance of space exploration. The critics of America's space program say there is nothing to be gained by going to the moon or to the planets of our solar system. But I would remind them of Christopher Columbus. He explored and found a world he never expected, and so could we, for no one knows what a trip to the moon or another planet. Oh, there's my ride. I've got a scoot.
Ruth, did you really write that?
Yes, for my science class. See you later.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
What was that you said about Ruth still being a child inside? Well, the dishes are done. Oh, Vic, you make me feel so guilty. The books were my idea, and you've been doing all the reading.
Honey, I've got it.
Here, put it away for a while. Read your paper.
No, this time I think I really have the answer. This author is brilliant. Now, we've been treating Ruth like a little girl, when really she's very mature. Hey, here, listen to this. Parents often resist signs of growth in their offspring because they can't realize they are no longer little children. But the truth is they have grown up and are quite capable of making decisions, the maturity of which surprises us.
You little brat!
Hey, Ruth! Come back here. What's going on here?
I put my perfectly good ice cream in the freezer, and Ralph took a bite out of it. He knew it was mine, too. I just eaten the top up, and look at it.
This is the maturity that's supposed to surprise me. Ethel, I've had it. I give up.
Just relax now, dear.
Now I know why fathers get gray. A little lower there. Oh.
Vic,
Hmm.
do you think you could get away from the office tomorrow afternoon, say around 3:30?
Well, what for?
For an appointment with Mr. Lindquist?
You don't give up, do you? Sure, go ahead and make the appointment. There, a little further to the lower there. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh. Now, this book says exactly the opposite. It's written by a psychiatrist who's been practicing for 36 years. And yet this doctor, who's been head of a child guidance clinic, has still another opinion.
I think I know what you've been going through. Theories have changed a lot. Well, even today, it's hard to find two authorities who see eye to eye on everything.
Well, if the experts don't agree, what are we supposed to make of it?
Well, actually, Vic, young teenagers are a little bit of everything you've read about them. They are adult and child at the same time. One moment they're logical, the next moment is temper tantrum time. They want to break away from parental authority, but they still need parental love. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, it doesn't. Sounds like he's been living with us, doesn't it?
Well, frankly, we don't know all the answers. But we do know that Ruth is going through a difficult but normal period of growing up.
We can understand that all right. But how can we help her spiritual growth? Sometimes she seems so disinterested in things here at the church. Almost as though she were ashamed of it.
That's true, John. It's quite a problem. Oh, some of the things they can come up with.
Well, that is something to be concerned about. Sometimes it's hard for our children to understand the importance of Paul's injunctions. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. But then it's difficult for parents, too. Paul goes on to say in that same passage from Ephesians, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. That poses quite a dilemma for parents. Of course, we have to remind ourselves that spiritual things are gifts from God. Gifts freely given and freely received. You can't force Ruth's spiritual development. All the concern in the world won't accomplish anything that way. Her spiritual growth depends on her own willingness. Of course, we have to provide the opportunities for her.
Oh, now, wait a minute. I don't go along with all of that. My folks saw to it that I went to church. Every single Sunday, I spent 1 hour in Sunday school and 1 hour in church. Every time the doors were open, we were there. I thank the Lord every day for my parents.
Well, tell me something, Vic. Which impressed you most? The fact that your parents made you go to church, or the fact that your parents were good examples of Christian living?
Good examples, I suppose.
I don't mean to say that you shouldn't guide Ruth's activities, but the best way to do this is by living the Christian life. Now, we can draw our example from Christ. He taught, but he also lived the life that he wanted for us. His words, follow me, come alive because of what he did. And Ruth's Christian experience will grow by examples far more rapidly than with words.
Well, sometimes that's easier said than done.
Well, don't be too discouraged. Ruth may act childish at times, but she's a very sharp young girl. And she's learning a lot more from you than you might suspect.
Checked out all those books just to get to know me better?
He had an armful the last time I saw him.
I knew he was reading about something, but I didn't know it was me.
Well, you should be proud. The world needs more parents who take such an interest in their children.
How about that?
Did you want to check something out? Come, let's see. And the next time someone asks for a book on the family, I shall refer them to your house.
Thank you, Miss Bradley. Bye.
I know, Harry, I know.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hi, honey. I thought it all over, Harry, and I honestly feel I sold the house under false pretenses. I was under the impression there had been a termite inspection, and when I sold these people the house, I told them there had been one. Yeah, I inspected the damage. The termite activity is in the studs and the baseboard along the floor of the back porch. The termites must have come up through the mud sill. sorry, I still feel responsible. Well, I know I'm not legally obliged to cover the damages, but I always conduct my business the Christian way. They bought the house in good faith. I want to pay for the repairs. Well, take care of that, will you, please? See you at the office Monday, huh? Bye.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
Glad you're home. Friends will be here before we know it. Let's get these beds made up, okay?
Okay.
Vic, would you check the hoo-ha on the stove?
The hoo-ha's... Oh, the hoo-ha on the stove, sure.
Let's move this table first, huh?
What was that all about?
Oh, it's just a little surprise. You'll find out.
Oh. Did you know that Daddy was gonna repair a house he sold and he doesn't even have to?
Oh, yes, we talked it over last night, and we decided it was the right thing to do.
Well, isn't it gonna cost a lot of money?
Yes, but this is what your father feels he should do.
Well, I don't see why.
You see, honey, sometimes some things are more important than money. Now, it wasn't easy for your father to do what he decided was right, but we talked it over. You know, I think you're old enough now to understand what I mean when I say that we think this is what Jesus would have us do. This is the way he would have us live. Certainly he wants us to be Christian in everything that we do. In our business, with our friends.
I never thought of it that way before. I mean... Well, you know what I mean, Mother.
Yes, dear. I think I do.
Now, really find out if I snore. My sister says I do, but I don't believe her.
Isn't this neat? Just like camping out.
Yeah, camping out in the living room.
Here you are. Surprise, surprise. If that popcorn doesn't hold up, there's cookies and sandwiches on the way. Here, let me have your bag. Come on. There we are. Right, yep.
Good.
Glad you like it.
Do you want to...
I don't know. Let's have so much fun. Are you sleepy yet? No, are you?
No. So you all want to play True Confession?
Sure. Oh, it's fun. We played it last summer at camp. It's a game where each person has to tell a secret. A real secret you've been holding back. You want to play it? Sure.
Well, who's going to go first? Do you want to?
Not me. It was your idea, Karen, so you should start. Oh, no, I can't. Come on, Karen. You promise not to tell this to anybody? We promise. I sort of like that new boy in school, Arnie Shoemaker. Come on now. You gotta stop laughing if I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, he never paid any attention to me, or walked home with school for me, or anything. So, last Wednesday, I put a note in his desk. I didn't sign it or anything. I just said, Karen McCurtney likes you very much.
Vic. Vic. Victor. It's getting late. Don't you think it's time for the girls to be settling down?
Girl? Oh.
We'd better settle them down.
Why, we? I suppose you mean me.
I thought that your firm voice of authority would carry more weight.
Okay, now it's somebody else's turn. Ruth, it's your house. You should be next. Yeah, go on, Ruth.
Well, what my secret is... Well, I don't know how to say it, really. But it's about my father and my mother and me. You see, it's about being a Christian. Well, this afternoon I heard my father talking about some business on the phone. Well, that isn't exactly what I want to tell about. But it sure made me start thinking. I guess what my confession is about is why I wanted to change the party from Saturday night to Friday night. I know that some of you don't go to Sunday school and church. And I not only wanted to skip church, but I was ashamed to ask you to go with us. What I mean is, the most important thing in the world is to be a Christian. to give yourself to Jesus and let Him come into your heart and life. But I don't know why I was ashamed to talk about it before. So what I'm trying to say is that we'd sure like you to come to Sunday school and church with us next Sunday. I know if my father were here, that's what he'd say. So I'd like to say it too.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.